Interstellar Song Contest!
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. My name is Marty, and today we're watching Doctor Who. Don't forget, if you want to see the full uncut reaction to this, you can see it as a live stream on the channel, or on Patreon, or as a YouTube member as well. I started to heavily edit this because clips that I had uploaded in private just to see if copyright claims would get hit, they did. And then I finally, once I'd worked on the video for the most part, then upload the full thing and it goes, no, heavily copyright claims, like to oblivion. But what I wanted to say is stick around till the very end though, because I made my own trailer for Wish World, because there is no teaser at the end of this episode, it just goes to the credits. But without further ado, this is the Interstellar Song Contest.
Stepping out of cryogenic suspension!
Love the prosthetics.
Alright babe, what's the year?
2925.
They cryogenically froze Rylan.
And we're on.
May I introduce...
Wait, I just realised, is she a... What were the cat people from New York? Is she one of them?
Good evening, Harmony Arena!
Love this. There's the TARDIS. Oh, we specifically got an empty thing.
All we need to get this Vindicator aligned.
Rylan!
He's a presenter here in the UK.
Reaching out in song across the universe. The 803rd Interstellar Song Contest!
Interesting choice of person that they cryogenically froze.
Oh, that's so serious.
It's just something fun in amongst a lot of, you know, mayhem and villains. We can have better music in this one than we had in The Devil's Court.
Tight on Rylan, fade out, steady on 20.
Hey, the gallery. I used to do this job.
Give me audience reaction, find some faces. We ready on pre-record 5. Graphics, get ready with the voting link.
It's very accurate.
Give me some ore. No, ore. A-W-E.
I was a assistant producer and then a producer, by the way, in case you wondered.
Of 3 trillion life forms to find one winner!
Who can take a cannon?
Looks like it could be a bomb.
Cultivated from a
Poppy.
and decadent
Mrs. Flood.
proud sponsors.
This proves that the Earth survives.
Oh, I was there in 74 when ABBA won. Absolute scenes.
God, it's such a beautiful night.
Because you're in space.
That is not night, that is space. The Harmony Arena is a space station.
We're inside a bubble.
Knew that you would enjoy it, finally being with me.
Primed.
Who is she?
So that's the final link. No rush. I love a good show.
Who is she?
They're sitting in our seats. None of this would have happened if you just turned up on time. More than that, Mike, don't take anything I do seriously.
Hardly important, Gary. It's just songs.
It's part of who I am, and when you make fun of it, it's like you're making fun of me.
I don't know, Gary. It's like we're going round in circles.
I get what they're saying.
Fine. Now, would you do your job and get those people out?
Phase 1 activated.
What? Phase 1 of what? Obliterating everyone there?
Phase 1 activated.
Drones, keep it quiet, thank you. What's phase 1?
People dying.
I'm phase 1. Hi.
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you? That's my species and my name is Kid.
Hellier. The other girls are hellier as well. Huh.
Add on.
Everyone, stay.
He's like, there's panic behind the scenes.
Favourite, it's Cora from Triumph!
I'm so excited. Such an honor to be here.
Is he meant to be like Will.i.am? See? I thought they were a couple or something, because same kind of alien race.
No one employs Hellions, but I did.
How benevolent of you, baby.
Just thinking of Helly from
That's the dress rehearsal.
Severance.
No one's gonna know the difference. Rylan wasn't at the dress.
You ready for that?
Publicity comms can say he got food poisoning.
Hold your roll hypersync headset, the app. And on behalf of the Interstellar Song Contest.
He's like, wait, I was going from broadcast to what's going out on the cameras. The fact that those screens probably wouldn't do that, but you know, between preview and live.
We're just rerouting, it's nothing to worry about. Got about 30 seconds to...
That's all I need.
But why?
Anyone?
Director's gone. She's got a fill.
I love you, but my heart says no!
Love the...
Saw you cross the astral ports.
The lighting.
Anyone, are you there?
My name is Kid. I'm a big fan. Let's raise the roof.
Wasn't there a thing of old Doctor Who with the greatest something? Was it greatest show in the galaxy? Something?
The song
carefully.
Yeah, I think that there might be
What is that? No, is that the thing opening? Shiitake mushrooms.
Air shield collapsing.
Yeah, the air shield, yeah.
Air shield collapsing.
Do you know my favorite kind of music?
Panic. Oh, right. Get in the TARDIS. Get people in the oh my god. How are they not dying or being so... Oh, no. No, not the TARDIS as well. I was thinking everything should have gone by now. Oh my god. Everybody would be dead by now. That's a beautiful shot. Bet they're glad they're not there though.
not again.
Doctor.
Oh.
The arena is purged. The shield to maintain integrity.
You monsters.
That's what people have said to me, man.
Just killed so many people.
Because of the horns. Only doing the things you expect of me. Moving to phase 3.
Which is?
Purge the device.
Device to the gallery. They're not dead. The Mavity shell is still on.
Mavity.
A delta wave. It's phase 3.
I feel like there's going to be so much in this that maybe is from Classic Who and I'm just not going to know it.
Oh my god, I'm not the only one. What the hell happened? No idea. We're locked in.
I started off in a tech squad. I can open this.
I mean, at least they got a tech guy there.
My friend went up through the roof. Is there some sort of air bubble? Are there emergency services? We can't call. We're in close down. If people could transmit, we could hyperstream the bet to the other side of the galaxy before the results get there. So all signals are blocked.
Really? Great. You
No
just
one
all
knows.
die and no one would have a clue. Yeah.
Or until the show ends.
Hence, they kept it going. Man, it's like a Pokemon.
Must be playing on automatic.
I've got no way out. My mum and dad will just sit there waiting. I don't even know where I am. You're on the Harmony Station. Where's that? Sector Diamond 5. Where the hell am I? I'm stuck here. You're alive.
She's really good, isn't she? It's the first actual episode where I feel like we're getting a bit more of her.
I'm Cora.
I wonder why. Why did the other lady save her, though? Was it because she liked her, or...?
He was so wonderful, and I never got to tell him.
This is weird. I'm tapping into the computer core, but it's being overridden. Like the software's rewriting everything. What for?
Thinking software and calibrating.
You can still help those people.
Don't say a word.
What's so special?
Shut it. Those people can't be saved.
TARDIS can get to him and...
Go back.
What?
Grandfather. Go back.
Susan! What?
Someone move.
What? We got Susan! Back! Canon! Actual Susan!
Oh, no.
Doctor's theme. Yep.
He's not seriously going to use a confetti cannon to fly through space.
Yep, he is. Oh, yes. I love that they're helping him as well.
My name is Mike. I'm a nurse.
Yeah, he likes meeting nurses, doesn't he?
Now this might hurt.
Oh. Did I just fly through space on a confetti cannon?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Camp.
Must be 100,000 dead.
Oh, look at me. I survived. I was clever, Mike and Gary, because Mavity is holding them, but I triplicated the Mavity feat. All those people are still alive.
Oh.
They're not just floating. A state of preservation. But it's freezing it.
Slowing down.
Suspended, but they can be revived.
Belinda's out there, and the TARDIS is gone.
TARDIS is gone, yeah.
Frozen and suspended in space to revive every single one of them. You'd need to be some sort of insane genius.
Hello, I'm the Doctor.
Should be ready to broadcast during Song 14.
St. Bevier.
It's going to blow their minds.
Oh, she's the one. So they could switch to reality.
This is Hellion script. Who are the Hellions? From the planet Hellion.
Those fields of hell pop as far as the eye could see.
Ruined now, totally destroyed. They say the Hellions did it to themselves. I wonder what they're upbuilding.
It sounds like it's a bomb or a virus. Love the cinematography. I've got it loud in my ears.
I love you.
Aww. It got them closer together.
How many people are watching the song contest?
3 trillion.
It will kill every single person watching.
That I did not think that was where they were trying to go with that. I thought they were just trying to blow the place up.
They did this.
What are Hellions?
Weird lot.
They say they practice cannibalism. They've got these horns. People say they give them psychic powers.
Yeah, people say that a lot about species they don't understand.
Take it she doesn't feel understood either. Was that footage of actual Eurovision then?
Where is this place? A museum? History of the entire contest, or worked on the song contest tech design. I was in charge of the hologram archive.
Welcome, visitors. Hello. Wishing I had sold my likeness in perpetuity.
Graham Norton!
Wait!
Was that a reference to Rose?
I met him at Brighton Pride.
The episode when they accidentally put Graham Norton out on air when they first aired it.
Interstellar Song Contest now spans the entire universe.
You okay? Linda would have loved this.
She's alive, Doctor.
I'm her protector.
Oh.
I swore that I'd get her home. I keep thinking.
Yes!
No. Stop.
Granddaughter. Can't believe she's back as a vision, though, not as real.
Someone's interfering with my system. Stop that right now, sweetheart.
Who are you?
It's the Doctor. Tonight, Rylan, representing Revenge Against the Corporation. My name is Kid. Who do you represent?
The Doctor. The last of the Time Lords.
The whole universe.
Good name for a band.
And now you're threatening 3 trillion people. Except I am here telling you, no.
You come anywhere near the gallery, clear the whole station.
Do a proper classic speech.
I will survive, and I will find you. And you can run and hide and whimper all you like, but I will find you. Because you have put ice in my heart, darling. So I will cast your body out into the void. And I will stand and watch you freeze to death.
That's not him.
No, it's him when he realizes he's losing someone he loves. Like you, Belinda.
For your empty threats.
Oh, empty threats.
Do you know them?
She's called Wen. He's called Kid.
As in, baby goat.
Wait, is she one of...
As in his mother was shot
I was going to say, is she one of their race?
before anyone asked her his name.
But she's hiding her things with her hair.
How do you know so much about Hellions, Cora?
Yeah, is she a Hellion?
Because I'm one of them.
She is one. And she got... she's had them sawn off. Hence why they saved her.
I couldn't tell you. We're not allowed to sing. We're treated like scum.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to ask. You cut your horns off yourself. Was it by choice?
Helio is the most harmless world in the sky. And the corporation bought the entire planet, including its population, for one reason only, to harvest their hell pollen.
Is that like drugs?
It's that poppy thing, that poppy honey. Yeah.
Your planet was invaded for honey.
The planet was invaded for honey flavoring. They took the seeds and burnt the fields so we could never grow back.
Oh my god.
So Kid blames the corporation, and the corporation sponsors the contest. Do you think you could stop him?
They might listen to me.
I'm not helping you.
And help everyone else.
Because I was thinking that it was an act of shame, like they cut off her horns to try and shame her to say now you're not a Hellier like you love to be.
If he's angry, his whole world is
Or
going
something.
to shake.
Done that, if I flip the whole system back...
Doctor!
It's just casual. Like, hang on a second.
An expert in triangulation.
I invented the triangulation system.
Gary!
Just so happened to be there.
I like you.
Oh, thank God.
He's like, don't blow my head off, please.
All those years working on that song, and you lied to me, Cora. If I get this done, you're on your own.
Because she said she lied that she was... What the hell? She's still her.
The corporation will be remembered for a massacre.
If this slaughter is off the scale, think of them, all those people at home.
Did they ever think about us?
But they didn't know, probably, about the poppy honey thing.
Tell you to stop.
You really should stop, babes. Because I have met so many versions of you. And revenge is just an excuse. Because your cold, filthy heart just likes to kill.
Well, Doctor, if you insist.
Oh.
What?
Yes.
Guess I do this.
Big mistake.
See, the thing about holograms, they're kind of soft. And they fizz.
Speaking of fizz.
And they're kind of no use unless you're me and you convert them into hard light.
A hologram can hurt.
He's using they're the gloves from the Goblin episode, aren't they, I think? Was it Mavity gloves? They might be different, actually, because they're doing what they're doing.
How many people did you want to kill? 3 trillion! We tried this 3 trillion times.
I mean, he's not being Not being very kind, really. But yeah, I know he's trying to kill 3 billion people, but stop. And she's just seen you do that and torture him, yeah, becoming just as bad as he is because of anger.
God override.
I won't apologise.
Gentle kin sister I loved so much.
You abandoned me, left me there to rot. We had to tell the galaxy about the corporation.
What have you ever done, Cora?
Except hide.
Oh God, she wasn't trying to hide. I mean, she was trying to hide that she was, but she wanted to pursue her passion, so it's not hiding, really, is it?
See you again, Doctor. I'll be ready, kid. Believe me, that ice that you put in my heart, I think it'll be there forever now. So you take care.
Over, there's still 100,000 people out there trapped in that Mavity thing.
Well, like this.
Rylan.
What? Oh, so you used the same stuff that Rylan came back with.
A hologram expert. Hard light into a tractor beam. Can you do that, Gary?
I'd do anything for you.
Oh,
Gary.
What the?
Anything?
I think he likes the Doctor, I think.
Got him.
Medical staff could turn Rylan's cryogenic chamber into a revival booth. I'll do anything for you.
Back of the queue.
I'm a nurse. Don't worry. We're just gonna go check you out, okay? You came back from the dead.
Sums up my career.
Amazing, amazing.
Bucks Fizz. When he said Fizz earlier, I was thinking Bucks Fizz.
Yeah.
But soon you will find that there comes a time for
Making your mind up.
and then you gotta slowly find another. 'Cause if you don't, we are back.
But is that the end of it?
The spirit of the song contest. It is the joy of each other.
Love that they call it the song contest because they can't call it Eurovision.
One song we want you all to hear. Cora, Symbaview.
Is she gonna reveal? Is she gonna perform this?
This is a song the corporation tried to hide. The song of my home planet, Helia.
Gonna take it off?
To remind us of the world that we lost. To remember a civilization the corporation destroyed. Its beauty.
I think Doctor's also thinking a bit of Gallifrey as well.
Its history. Its soul.
I tore my world.
This is beautiful. I'm crying. I knew it would be. Just rename me the Doctor. I cry in every episode. See, it's not just songs. The poppy fields burning. I think that was one of the best performances I've heard. Come on, clap. Oh, because she's a Helia. Clap.
Good girl.
I'm not the only one that's crying, am I? Please tell me you guys are as well. It was so good.
There you go. They found it on the asteroid spot. It's a tough old thing.
TARDIS.
And the results. 12 points, Doctor.
Turns out it was my rise like a phoenix.
Who was it that did that? Conchita, was it?
I don't think I've ever told you. You're wonderful.
Oh.
Still, never really know what you're thinking.
No one ever does.
You scared me back there.
I scared myself. The death of 3 trillion people triggered me. It made me think of my own planet. Because they all died.
I thought it made him think of Gallifrey.
Every last time, Lord. I got this image.
It can't be.
I need to get you home.
Is she going to be there in the TARDIS?
Longer. They're going to make a podcast about the missing links. There is a very tasty chef who's going to think I ghosted him and get me back to planet Earth.
Planet Earth, age-old home of the human race.
It's Graham Norton.
Poor old Earth died many years ago.
Hologram, explain.
What?
The planet ended May the 24th, 2025.
What? So we were
The
right.
planet disintegrated into rock and dust and ashes. All the memories here sieved from the rubble of a civilization that died in a single second. Cause? Unknown.
Oh, the way they get him to say that. Oh.
That was the day that I left.
I am not just gonna take you home. I am gonna save your home.
Was that meaning they can't take you home?
What's happening?
They're close to Bell. TARDIS breaking?
That is the sound of May the 24th.
What? No! And Carol Ann Ford as Susan, yes! I'm so happy we got...
This is the last one.
What? Don't put the coffee near it again.
Has he gone? The doctor.
Yeah.
Do you know the doctor?
Yeah, he's gone.
Then it's safe.
For?
Afraid my double brainstem froze. Lethal for a time lady. But I've got my own knack for survival. I suppose I should think of some famous last words.
What?
Let battle begin.
How inelegant. Oh, ever so sorry, man.
She's a time lady.
We've bi-generated, evidently.
Who is she? Is she the Rani?
Fortunately, yes. Our name is the Rani.
Oh!
He's become a Rani, while I'm the Rani. Definite articles.
Oh. So the Rani does come back.
Because I have a date. As for the doctor, I will bring him absolute terror. That's what I said. Shut up. Yes, ma'am.
I love it. That was so good.
Morning, darling.
Morning, sweetheart.
Oh, there's this man.
Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
It's May the 24th.
May the 24th, the big day.
He's connected.
How can anyone doubt this glorious world that we live in?
He's having doubts. I've seen 2025 and it was different.
We don't just sit here all day complaining. You're doing a very, very good job.
Who are you?
Are you the doctor?
My name is John Smith.
Would I lie?
You wish this world into existence.
Marty, can you hear me? I haven't got much time.
Jolly glad.
Tables. Don't. Do. That.
I was getting rather fond of them.
Heartbeat is real!
What is wrong with you today? Why are you doing this?
It's not over. Not over. Because I know a secret.
You with us?
Doctor Who and the Deadly Wish.
She was the Rani all along, or like she was the Rani, but she wasn't the Rani. She was like a placeholder for the Rani, because the Rani was the other lady that was a by regeneration of her, and she was just like a. So she was the Rani. I didn't know if she was maybe, because of the way they made it sound at the end, was she like a, what are they called? Do you know those Russian dolls? Was she like the outer Russian doll and then the Rani was hidden inside? Or that there's two Ranis technically now? Or that she's like a, Mrs. Flood is like a, I thought Mrs. Flood, like, because I joked. Because everybody kept saying about the Rani, and I joked that Mrs. Flood was the Rani. Because everyone kept saying that name for everything, and I said that, oh, maybe she's her because of, you know, rain, flood, switch rain letters around, it's the Rani, or maybe it's river, Didn't think she was actually the Rani. I just knew of the name, but she said Time Lady, or time, was it Time Lady? I was thinking the only other Time Lady that I can think of was, I found out that the Rani was the Time Lady. I didn't know she was originally Time Lord, Time Lady. To me, he was attacking a terrorist. What? Many complained that the Doctor was torturing a genocide survivor. That's when he was torturing him. That's what I was thinking in my head. I was saying, no, what are you doing? Like, because you're torturing him. I understand in his head he's trying to torture him because he's trying to kill people, like, people killed his kind on Gallifrey, you know, and got rid of Gallifrey. And so I can understand where he was trying to come from, or where his mind was going with it, but that is exactly what I was thinking as well. This guy has escaped his planet from basically being killed off, all these poppy fields being killed off and burned, and he had to flee. And then this guy here, the Doctor, is torturing him in front of everybody. And yeah, which isn't a good sign, especially with recent, you know, years of things. I understood it if maybe he was doing it a little bit and then like he realized, like, oh my god, what the hell am I doing? But he kept going. But the Doctor has done that before, hasn't he? Years ago, didn't he? Wasn't it the Tennant's Doctor did something similar where he was torturing someone just because of the pain of losing his kind? That was what was it. My mind was going back to that when he was doing it. A powerful episode though, all around, despite the ending. Like, if the ending wasn't even there, that was an incredible episode as it was. I love that we got the Doctor's speech in there. Like, the Doctor has always had this big speech type thing, like, or this big moment. You know, when we saw the clip in the background of him saying, I'm the Doctor, from the constellation of Casterbarus, blah, 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 all that stuff. He does all those big speech type things, and in this, he kind of got one, sort of, when he was speaking to that guy, the Hellion. And that ending, though, was totally unexpected. That's why she's been following the Doctor. That's why she knows what a TARDIS is. That's why she's become every companion, or at least Belinda and Ruby's neighbour, because she's the Rani. What did you guys think to the episode? Did you enjoy the episode? You were saying about the horn thing. Did nobody think about that then? She'd done it herself, but to me, I hadn't been sure if it was like the whole torture thing. If it had been almost a form of torture of saying, you don't deserve to be a Hellion anymore, or I'm going to take something away from you for that you are proud of being a Hellion. It is Hellion, isn't it? I'm getting that right. And that maybe someone had tortured her and cut them off. And that was why she was so embarrassed by it. But no, it probably was just that she was embarrassed, the fact that she had to hide while she was singing that she was a Hellion, but she didn't want to because she loved being one. There were so many layers in that episode of those different race aspects, really. The pains and horrors that people go through being different to everybody else. Really well done. Yeah, I do agree though that whole bit with the torture was a bit too much. But yeah, that Graham Norton thing though was... Sorry, I know that's a real juxtaposition between the torture aspect and then the Graham Norton thing, but when the Graham Norton thing happened, I went, oh my god, Graham Norton! Because in my head, I think Graham Norton Doctor Who, and I think of when Rose aired, you heard the clapping, which I think was meant to be from... It was leaked. I think someone had left a mic on, and yeah, there's evidence out there that actually happened. And then you've got Graham Norton speaks up and says something like, oh, okay, something like that. And then the Doctor rushes in. I'm the Doctor, or whatever he says, the 9th Doctor. It's so funny that we got him in there. So we made him canon. We actually made him finally canon. Was he canon already? Wasn't there a mention of Graham Norton somewhere along the lines? I'm sure there was at some other point.
Am I on the sofa or am I on the main out there? Am I here?
Yeah, and you said there was a Norton banner over the top of Time of Angels as well. I did not know that.
Oh, big mistake. Really huge.
I'm still surprised that they managed to get everybody back. I mean, they made it seem like such a tiny little effort that went into getting people back. But if you think about it, how many people went up? Wasn't it 3 billion people went up? Or no, that was the people they were going to kill off, wasn't it? People watching. But all of the people that you saw in the background, they had to bring them back in and revive them again. All of those people. And then it just so happened that the last person was Mrs. Flood, the Rani. That song, by the way, they did. Oh my god, that was beautiful. And I loved that they wove in the whole Hellion planet dying. There was a lot of people drawing comparisons to the Israel Eurovision controversy. Wait, what was the Israel Eurovision controversy? Sorry, I am so out of the loop with anything like that. Israel's success in the public vote at last weekend's Song of Eurovision has prompted calls from a string of countries to examine the results of the voting system. What, saying that it was all rigged? Eurovision has been accused of permitting vote rigging. why would they think that it was a similar thing to the Eurovision with Israel? That was just a vote rigging, wasn't it? Was there more to it than that? Was there something else? They were called to exclude them because of the war in Gaza. Oh, okay. Okay, that I can... Yeah. This episode was made before then? They can't really cut those parts of the episode out though, can they? Because it kind of is the backbone of that story, is the whole point in the Hellion story with the poppy fields. I thought there was going to be some link there to Poppy, the girl, the little girl, hence Poppy. But hey, we had Twist, kept appearing, and then we had Susan Twist. So, but I think taking him away and giving him the proper punishment instead of torturing him, even though yes, okay, he did try to kill 3 trillion people. After the complaints that his banner went over Matt Smith's dramatic ending to The Time of Angels, they put a banner over the Graham Norton show with a Dalek. Did they? Hey guys, before we get into the behind the scenes stuff, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to you for sticking around to this very, very point, and I very much appreciate it. And I'm going to give you a complete uncut take of me doing, as hopefully this time it's uncut. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the 803rd Interstellar Song Contest!
Do you notice someone I've known for years?
Yeah, it's so strange seeing Rylan in this, because I said it throughout the episode, I think, probably, but yeah, I'm so used to seeing him on TV, on other shows, like real life shows. So it felt odd seeing him in this.
I've read her novels. I think she's a great talent. We've kind of been circling around each other for a long time.
One morning, I woke up and...
Oh, and is she the person that did the writing of this episode? See, this is the one thing I've got to say about this episode, by the way, is I did see after we say our own thing, I've said my piece about this episode during the watching of it, and then afterwards my talk around of it. So hopefully you've kind of taken in my thoughts on it itself. However, I know there's a bigger story at play, a bigger message that I'm nowhere near capable of saying, because, you know, I am only me. I am not the people that this type of story affects. So I'm going to say my thoughts on it, but yeah, there's a lot more to it. But the whole G word, that's all I'll say, because of YouTube guidelines. The G word, to do with the dying aspect of what was going on in this episode. I don't know how it stands with the wording, by the way. That's why I'm saying this. I can't even remember if I'm going to need to bleep it out in the episode. But either way, that stuff really going on, and there being a huge correlation with this episode to things that were going on in real life around the same time as this episode was airing, and potentially filmed as well. I can't remember now. It made me a little bit uncomfortable finding out that there was a lot more similarities to it than I realized. After having seen this and after having done the live stream, I did see some more information of how similar things were, and the more contextual things that were happening within the episode that, yeah, aren't great. Like the Poppy Company. Is it the Poppy Fields Company? I think that's what it is. Sorry, I've yet to have edited this episode together. I'm actually recording this before editing the episode together, but having seen this months ago, many months ago. And if you've seen the previous video, yes, I'm recording it the very same day that I recorded the trivia, the behind the scenes section to the previous video. And I'm also going to be doing probably the same thing with the next 2 episodes as well, recording them today. So hi to the future or to the past. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff around this episode, so I'm a little bit wary with my thoughts on this episode, because I know I picked up on a couple of things to do with racial things, like racist undertones that were there. And I think I picked up on some of the whole doctor killing type stuff. Yeah. But anyway, let's go back into this.
And I had an email in my inbox saying, did you know, would you like to write an episode of Doctor Who? And I've never replied so fast.
I was going to say, I thought it said never replied. I was going to say, well, you're doing it now. So, but yeah, never replied so fast. Fantastic. What is this? What is going on? What moment is that? Something blows up. Oh, this is the thing that bugged me about this episode, by the way. I'm going to include it in the main part of the episode because it bugs me that you get through the credits and then you've got the Mrs. Flood scene. What the hell is that? Put it in the main episode. I know it's not part of that storyline, but don't do a Marvel. Don't stick it via the end of the credit or like partway into the credits or whatever they did. I don't understand it. Or if you're going to do it, keep it on a cliffhanger. Maybe introduce something. Maybe have them say, and I am. Like when she says, I am the Rani, or whatever she says. Maybe introduce it slower so that we get maybe her split. And then she says, hello, or something. And then it cuts. Or have her say, I am the Rani. I don't know. Something different to what they did for the ending with the two Ranis. I still think it's very funny with the two Ronnies thing. And I think I even made mention to it. I can't remember. I know in my head I was going, two Ronnies. Two Ranis. And yeah. And then I believe they do say it's goodbye from her or something. Yeah. Anyway, back to the video.
Do you know?
Yeah, what is that? I don't remember that scene. I've got to be really careful, by the way, when I watch these back because of copyright, but she did not want to be recorded behind. There's a crew member on the right-hand side. I love these behind-the-scenes shots.
And
watch.
I never replied.
Here. This woman here, watch her face.
So fast.
She did not want to be filmed. Oh, it's them. So that's how they did it. Yeah. So they did this shot here. And then this is preview monitor and this is program monitor. And then what they do is this is the one with the, you can tell, obviously I know, I'm not trying to teach you how to suck eggs, but I'm just telling you in case you don't know, because some people don't know these sorts of things. I hope you guys don't mind me telling you this stuff. From a filmmaking perspective, I really enjoy breaking these episodes down, doing this stuff, because it's something different. Yeah. So in case you didn't know, a lot of this stuff is details of how they filmed it. In case you didn't know that stuff. But anyway, yeah, they've removed the green. So what they'll do in the end is they will also mask out like these sections here. So all of this stuff at the bottom, like the flooring and the base of the head that's being blown up or whatever is happening will also be removed out as well, which you can obviously tell you'll know that it's been masked, but still.
Do you know is one?
I honestly don't remember some of this episode now, because I completely forgot this was even a thing. That this costume was a thing.
Is one of the biggest Doctor Who fans I think I've ever met. Her script seems.
Yeah! Oh my god! This is one of the episodes with her in it. Oh, I bloody love it. This is why I forgot, because it's been so long. Because I heard apparently there are some hints. I think there are some hints in the behind the scenes of, obviously we see the shots of Susan filming. Sorry, not Susan, Carol Ann Ford filming. However, with her not actually being in it fully, she's only in the clips that they show as flashbacks, which make no sense in the end. I know it's almost like his memory. I think that's where they were supposed to go with it. It's almost his memory remembering her, his mind remembering her. But it does not make sense that, she's older now. I know why she's older now, but because she has aged. But within the context of the story, they should have had her in there.
Doctor Who, and I've never replied so fast.
Amazing. Is one of the biggest Doctor Who fans I think I've ever met.
I like to write an episode of Doctor Who, and I've never
Sorry, I just want to see who he's on about.
replied so fast.
Juno is one of the biggest Doctor Who fans I think I've
Right.
ever met. Her scripts.
So good seeing her in these. I honestly, I hope they reuse her footage from this that they've cut. If you haven't seen the finales and that, just, yeah. Be warned that they recut stuff. They recut stuff. So
Seems to have all that pent-up ambition.
his character, he reminded me of someone, and there's a character that I've seen recent that kind of reminds me as well, and that's the guy. I was trying to see if he was played by the same guy, but I don't believe he is. It's only because my mind is fragmented at the moment. I'm not feeling great. This guy reminds me of the guy from 28 Years Later. I'm sure you know the guy I'm on about, but...
And love for Doctor Who.
Really amazing, really fizzing with lots of stuff.
Who fans I think
Sorry,
I've
I'm
ever
skipping back for a second. There's something I wanted to see.
Her script seems to have all that pent-up ambition.
So this stuff was all superimposed into the background shots. But I swear I don't remember half of these people being in it. There must have been though, because like he's wearing an Interstellar Song Contest t-shirt on that. But yeah.
Ambition and love for Doctor Who.
Really amazing, really fizzing with lots of stuff. All wrapped up in a big glittery song contest.
Oh, and also some of the context behind him, they might mention in this, but I think some of the context behind him being more aggressive in this episode, very evil almost, the Doctor, is because Ncuti wanted to approach the character with more of a dark, sinister kind of personality. He said he wanted to play. I'm sure I remember this from some kind of interview or something, or something I've heard of when he did it, of when he mentioned it in an interview. That he said he wanted to play this darker, more sinister version of the Doctor. I think, don't know, because to me, he's one of the most light-hearted. When I say emotional, I don't mean he just cries a lot, because he does, but I mean every emotion. He's very happy to very angry, and I've not seen that since probably Capaldi, maybe, and I love Capaldi. I think Capaldi might have been the Capaldi and Tennant. I suppose Matt Smith could be a bit like it. I suppose they could all be a bit like it, but yeah, there's just something though with, and I get it, the reason why with Ncuti's Doctor, because not only is he experiencing this new racism, really, with now that, he's a black Doctor, he's also experiencing so many other physical changes with him now not being a woman again. He's now back to being a man, and various other things that's been going on. Yeah.
Teeth. I'm so excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
It's so cool to see that. I know what I said about him, only it's seeming so weird seeing him in this, but yeah, he did a great job with it, to be fair.
I've been the biggest Doctor Who fan since I can remember.
Did not know that.
So to actually be here, it's pretty much a dream come true, bro. Now let me hear some noise!
A good reminder of the little kid inside of us. It's like, oh yes, we're doing this. This is so fun.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Doctor Who is fun. It's fun. It's mysterious. It's creepy or scary at times. It's everything put together in one. That's why I love the range of episodes. Some don't work. I still find the Space Babies. I don't know what it is about Space Babies. Space Babies is the context. The story of the episode is great, and I enjoy even the babies part of it. I think that's so fun. but it just doesn't feel like a Doctor Who first episode story. And I still think they should have maybe switched it with another episode.
This is one of my favourite briefs. My brief to Juno Dawson was the Eurovision
She's got a Spice Girls jumper. They've got a Spice Girls jumper.
Song Contest meets Die Hard.
Add on.
Sorry, what? It's what? By the way, Spice Girls thing. I was a huge fan of Spice Girls when they first came out.
This is one of my favourite briefs. My brief to Juno Dawson was the Eurovision Song Contest meets Die Hard.
I don't think they managed that. He's got a lot of strong elements there he wants to bring together. I mean, I kind of see the Die Hard element. It's the Die Hard element that I'm struggling with, because obviously Eurovision, I 100% see that because it is space Eurovision basically, but still.
Add-ons. Nobody move this guy.
I get it. Yeah, they've taken hostage of the building, like in Die Hard. So it pretty much is. And he's the Hans Gruber of, yeah. Is it Hans Gruber in Die Hard?
He'd had sort of an idea bubbling away in his head for a while. And then I think what he does is he kind of pairs ideas.
What is that? Oh my God, I want that clapperboard. That's beautiful. I want that in the background. I love that. Dagadoo.
To writers that he thinks will be able to sort of take on that brief. And this is the dream brief. So he was spot on. He knows me really. He kind of pairs.
Sorry, I'm sure I remember that. I know that face. The guy in the audience.
Ideas to writers that he thinks will be able to sort of take on that brief. And this is...
Is that a well-known person that's dressed up?
The dream brief. So he was spot on. He knows me really well.
That was the size of the studio.
Pairs ideas to writers that he thinks will be able to sort of take on that brief. And this is the dream.
This next bit.
Brief.
Because then they've taken that and they've digitally expanded the set, obviously. How funny is that? How small that is. But it works to be more of an isolated thing.
So he was spot on. He knows me really well. Me kind of starting my career.
And you definitely would not tell.
In television, you know, I'm like just sort of soaking up as much.
Wow, that is beautiful. Wait, the thing he's using there, that looks like what I said, you know, in the previous episode. I know it's what is down here, this thing here, the confetti cannon. But look at that there, right? The way it looks. Do you remember in the last episode in Storing the Engine, you know, when they're blowing the wind at the guys in the barbershop? It looks kind of like that. Remember the thing I said about? Yeah.
Wisdom as I can get. You know, initially from bringing my experience of Eurovision and mixing it.
Am I missing something? What is that? Because that's what was on the clapperboard again. Am I missing something? Was that an animated character in the show that they've obviously digitally removed to, or was that actually in the show as it was? I can't remember that. This is one of the reasons I need to watch these after I've done the edit to give more context to what I've seen.
Of Eurovision and mixing it with.
Maybe I'll do that with the next ones then. I don't know. So I know I have a lot to talk about for the next one, so I think a lot of it's going to be more fresh in my mind anyway. Also, what is that they blew up? Sorry. I'm going back, I know. Is it the thing we saw earlier?
You know, initially from bringing my experience of Eurovision and mixing it with Die hard. And you sort of think, well, if this is it, if this is my one chance to write Doctor Who, you know, there's so much I want to include.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be amazing. Writing not only Doctor Who, but like a Die Hard type thing. Because I do like Die Hard. I do enjoy it. By the way, if you do like Die Hard and you want something that's very similar to it, check out, this isn't any kind of advertisement, but check out, oh God, it's a film about an airport. Oh, sorry for yawning. Then it's not the episode, or it's not the film of Die Hard where there's an airport. Was that number 2? It's not that. I think it's something called The Terminal or something. Not the Tom Hanks film. Something along the lines of that anyway. But yeah, it's very Die Hard. It feels like a Die Hard plot, but not. Very well done as well. And see if you can spot the visual effects with it as well, because it's almost imperceivable. Yeah.
She's injected like her sense of humor into it.
Because I never saw them.
The whole Eurovision thing, it's just so fabulous. And I feel like when I met her, it all kind of made sense. I love her. She's great.
Yeah, I will say that the visuals of this, they're good, but they did take me out of it slightly. The Interstellar part of it.
I think it's
but they did an amazing job.
Marvelously mad episode. We all expect like the songs and the extravaganza and the fun, but actually we took it very seriously.
See, I thought there was fun in there. I thought they did well with the fun aspect of it, but there was a sinister, dark side to it. Yeah, very sinister.
And then unexpectedly goes into very dark territory with the Hellions and the history.
This is it. The poppy honey. And that was one thing I think I made mention of in the finale episodes, or maybe, in this episode, I think it was. I mentioned somewhere about Poppy, the character, and Poppy Honey. I was like, is there meant to be a link there? It's just two different things in this universe at the exact same time called Poppy. That was it. Do you remember I said there in the previous episode that I said there was a split in the writing process? I think there was a split of Varda, so Belinda, or Varda Sethu, because I'm supposed to say an M, I think. A split between Belinda and Ruby. I believe that they are characters split to make two different characters out of one. But the other person that I had thought of was, and I think I've said this from season 1 when she was introduced, Mrs. Flood and Susan Twist. Or Susan Triad, sorry. Because Susan Twist is the actor. They are one and the same person. Do you remember I said it felt very weird that there was two characters that were very similar to each other? Two older ladies, kind of remind me of one another, very heavily reminded me of one another. And sometimes I would get confused and accidentally call them the other name. And apparently it's not just me as well. After having had those thoughts, I've seen since other people saying that, yeah, they got confused between the two characters as well. But I do wonder if they were supposed to be written as the same character and then they had the idea. Because I think I've heard that Russell knew them both. So that's potentially why he cast both. And then maybe he then got a bit confused and was like, okay, maybe I should just split these into two different characters. Like keep them separate characters. Instead of writing a new character for this other person that was coming into it. But yeah, anyway, sorry, back to the behind the scenes.
My planet was invaded for honey flavoring. They took the seeds and burnt the fields so we could never grow back.
So it's turned out to be a lot more complex and a lot darker and also a lot more fun than we ever imagined. It's actually one of my favourite episodes of all.
Really? I mean, I wouldn't say this was... I would say this is meant to be almost like... And I've noticed that there are pairings of episodes between the first season and then this season. This one, kind of because of the song aspect, reminds me somewhat of the second episode. You know the one I'm on about. My brain's gone. The one after Space Babies. It kind of reminds me of that. The big musical episode with Jinx Monsoon. That one. This one kind of reminds me of that one in some ways, but that's, I think, because of the musical aspect. And yeah, I don't know. But I would not have said that this is one of the best ones. That's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, story is intense, and that's very much a Doctor Who thing I do enjoy, is those intense storylines.
It's the one episode when I've got a bit of time off and I should relax, and I think, oh, I'll just watch that episode, and I put that one on. I love it.
When I first read the script, I thought it was going to be so much fun. Really eccentric costumes.
All the major. So we went back through a bit of our back catalogue and found things that we could adapt. And
wait, they used older. They used previously used things and they've redone them? What? Oh, I'm interested now in seeing this. I love when they reuse, because I noticed that they had reused sets and stuff before. And like one of the big things that I never knew about the 2005 Doctor Who, or I say 2005, sorry, not 2005. But when they did the Matt Smith TARDIS, Matt Smith's interior of the TARDIS is actually, if you guys have seen Torchwood, which, apologies, I have never seen Torchwood. I know. I love Doctor Who. And I've never seen the anagram of Doctor Who. Torchwood, anagram of Doctor Who. So, in case you never knew that. Yeah. But if you didn't know this also, Matt Smith's TARDIS is a reworking of the interior of the bunker set. Is it the bunker set or the main HQ area from Torchwood? Yeah. So if you look at the Torchwood set, and look at Matt Smith's TARDIS, say, you know, the elevated floor with the stairs going to it and all the little bits going to it. It's the exact same set, the same room, same area. They have just redecorated it and made it a TARDIS. Yeah. Did not know that until I was looking up something about something a little while ago and found it out. I was mind blown. Yeah. Because his TARDIS isn't my favourite. I would say personally my favourite TARDIS probably ever is Capaldi's TARDIS. 12's TARDIS is just stunning. I love that aesthetic with the bookshelves and the worn wood and the warm tones, the very lived in feel. If I was to be a doctor, that would be my TARDIS. That would be the TARDIS that I would love to have. And it would feel like home as well. Yeah. And I feel very much like over the years, especially, Capaldi has become a very favourite Doctor of mine, because he used to be Tennant. Tennant was a huge favourite because he was not the first Doctor I saw. The first Doctor I actually saw was Eccleston. And love Eccleston. But then Tennant became my big favourite because of the big dramatic speeches he would do and just how emotionally switched on he was all the time to everything. And it feels very much like how I am, because if you've seen me on the channel before, I'm very in tune with a lot of the emotion or story itself. And then when I saw Capaldi, let's talk about Capaldi. He's just awesome. And I had that moment, at that point, I had already seen him in, I believe anyway, in the thick of it. He's incredible in the thick of it, but so much different because he swears a lot in that. So yeah, then when I saw him in Doctor Who, it was very different, but you really saw him come into himself a little bit more. Like you could see his vulnerable side there. And I really enjoy seeing the vulnerable side of the Doctor as well as the powerful stand up against the evil type character of the Doctor, or personality trait of the Doctor, like we see with Ncuti in a lot of the episodes. Anyway, back to the episode.
Back catalogue and found things that we could adapt and modify. And then we sculpted some...
I was going to say maybe some of these are from classic Who, but...
specific for that scene. We were looking for lots of new, interesting kind of painting patterns.
Wasn't that keen on some of these designs, like that previous one with the big bulbous head?
We had a couple of artists do some concepts, and there was stuff I was looking at going, that's nuts, I'd never do that. Brilliant, we'll have it. You got
to kind of go a bit out there, because these are meant to be aliens from far off lands, far off worlds. They've all come together.
The thing between masks and prosthetics. Prosthetics take time, you've got to glue it on, blend.
Almost funny though that you don't see things like Daleks or Cybermen, aliens that we've seen before in this world that go to, do you know what I mean? They're all different aliens to anything. Yeah. I just realised that you don't see any well-known aliens there.
It in. There's all that kind of work, and it usually takes several hours in the morning to get someone ready. A mask you can mostly just pull on, take off, pull on, take off.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
And a mask you can use lots of days. A prosthetic you do a new one every day. Economically, masks are great, but they limit a little bit in what you can do. We had a
because of the facial movements.
Mixture of.
Don't say it. Don't say it with hand movements.
Prosthetics and masks, so that you never do a new one every day. Economically,
this next hand movement.
Masks are great, but they limit a little bit in what you can do. We had a mixture of
that.
Prosthetics and
we left that behind, okay?
Masks, so that you never just felt you were looking at a bunch of masks.
Look at them. It's so weird. I mean, it's great as well, because they remind me of neon tetras. I know they're not, because they're completely different, but because it's like a fish-like head and the very colourful bodies. If you've ever seen a neon tetra, they are little tiny fish with their bodies shimmer, different colours. Or is it only blue? I know my dad's ones were blue. I'm colourblind, by the way, so they could have been purple, pink, indigo, violet, whatever colour, but yeah. Anyway.
And masks, so that you never just felt you were looking at a bunch of masks, but also there was stuff that was a lot bigger and brighter and more extreme than you can get with the prosthetic.
It's just amazing, the work that went into it. So I was wondering what date it was. 2024. And I'm here practically 2 years from that day. It's currently, what is it? The 20th, I think, of February. Actually, I can't remember the date. It's February the something, anyway, like near the 20th. Yeah.
This whole shoot has been a bit crazy, looking at myself is already a shock every time, so,
I thought her outfit, though, was very, very good. I thought it looked very unique. Like with the prosthetics they used on her, she was a main focus, I suppose, but it worked. Yeah.
This is part of this crazy industry we're in, every day is very different, but here it's like next level, I'm not gonna lie.
That's it. That's how they filmed it. I knew that there was a lot of green screen, but I didn't know how much or how it would have looked without the effects there.
I mean, everybody's like really like smiling.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh God, look at that.
Looking at me, doing little signs.
It's like Marvel. It's like Marvel. You know me, I'm not a fan.
I mean, sometimes I hear like meow.
But they did a good job. What was that? What was the...
every day is very different, but here it's like next level, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, everybody's like really like smiling at me, doing little signs. Sometimes I hear like meow. I'm like, well, oh, yes, I'm a cat. Yeah, that's why they do that. Having a real crowd.
I was wondering what.
Out here, they're very brave. They have masks and stuff all day long, and
that make me laugh, and they remind me of the pig from the episode where.
Yeah, well, the Manhattan. Oh no, Aliens of London. I was going to say that the Daleks take Manhattan.
The slipping land on Downing Street, and then the pig starts running around, and they actually look like that pig.
Or maybe it is the same mask from that episode. Maybe.
So I'm getting like major flashback, make me laugh, and they remind.
Excited to be working on the
I was thinking of Daleks take Manhattan. Don't the people turn into pigs or something?
project as well. I think it helps the imagination. It's
Or are they just like pig people?
really good.
There's a couple of pigs.
Okay, those ones I don't like too much. They're creepy. I think they are they the masks they used more for the Daleks Take Manhattan episode. At least I think that's what the episode's called.
That make me laugh, and they remind me of the pig from the episode where the slipping land on Downing Street, and then the pig starts running around.
Yeah, I mean that's got less hair, but still.
To our production team, I said I want
and like major
What's that?
flashback vibes to Doctor Who.
Sorry, it's a nightmare trying to pause, to not play too much, but to not miss anything. Because if I skip it, I'm going to miss huge sections of it. So, yeah, trying to keep within the copyright claims.
But there's some amazing outfits.
It's designed
There's Mrs. Flood, not Susan.
to be one of the biggest visuals.
Look at that. Look at that. So finale shot was whatever they just showed. This, which genuinely does look like they are looking, towards a stage. They did a good job.
It's designed to be one of the biggest
But that's what they're looking at. Crazy
visuals we've ever done. I literally came to our production team and said I wanted to be the Interstellar Song Contest with thousands of people. I don't think there's any monsters that we've seen in Doctor Who before, but that's what it's like on this Western Arc.
That's exactly what I said. Didn't I? I said that like 10 minutes ago. Not even that. Didn't I said, I don't think there's even any aliens that we've seen before in Doctor Who that's present. Pretty much. And then he goes and says that.
I wanted to be the Interstellar Song Contest with thousands of people. I don't think there's any monsters that we've seen in Doctor Who before, but that's what it's like on this western arm of the galaxy spiral.
How crazy is that's so weird. It's like either I read his mind or, the show knew what I was going to say. Oh, that's so weird.
All new creatures. A lot of them have got names. You could
Did he even name them?
write in and give us names.
Oh, they don't have names. I thought he said they do have names. Did he say? What did he say?
You could write us with thousands of people. I don't think there's any monsters that we've seen in Doctor Who before, but that's what it's like on this western arm of the galaxy spiral.
Also, there's plenty of, different types of people across the world. So, it makes sense that you're not probably going to see that certain species, that person, that race, whatever it may be. I don't really know what would it be race? Yeah. You're not necessarily going to see them, but it felt odd that we didn't just at least see one in the crowd of someone that we had seen. Do you know what I mean?
All new creatures.
There you go, the naming thing though.
A lot of them have got names.
Yeah, a lot of them don't have names. Okay.
You could write in and give us names.
I wonder if they will. If the people will write in.
You really should stop, babes. Cold.
Stretch the material. And we've seen Ncuti be angry and do that.
No, there you go. This is the thing about
you
the
always
anger.
want to push the Doctor further. You always want to give Ncuti stuff to do that he hasn't done before. You always want to stretch the material. And we've seen...
Yeah, I really loved his emotion in Dot and Bubble. That was a pivotal moment for me, realizing how this change, how having Ncuti as the Doctor, obviously with him being black, and having the other contexts in there as well, it showed such a different side to the Doctor that, yes, you felt it already before because he's a Time Lord, he's an alien, so he does kind of feel like an outcast and different to everyone else. But at the same time, we got it from a perspective of he wasn't only approaching it as just an alien, he was also approaching it as a black man, as someone who's gone through all of these troubles. And yes, he's only newly going through these things, but he's felt it all along with being an alien. But physically having these probably very real emotions himself, Ncuti bringing all of that emotion to the screen. He did an incredible job.
Seen Ncuti be angry and do that kind of stuff, but I said, right, you've done angry, let's go even angrier.
How many people did you want to kill? 3 trillion? How about we try this 3 trillion times?
Because I can't remember now if there was a whole thing of, it was his thoughts on the Time Lords and the Daleks, and how much killing there has been, and he was angry and he wanted to get back at someone, and that's why he does what he does. But
when I was writing the first draft, I was like, I wonder how far I can go with this.
You probably went a bit too far, though.
I wonder how damaged or dangerous I can make the Doctor.
I get it. I get why, in some ways, why they chose him to do that. But I feel like they did a bit too much. Yes, he's broken. He's, like I said, lost the Time Lords. He's the last one. He knows all these people have come after him, and there has been so much death and destruction in the past, but it almost changes him from being what we always say, a good man. I know that there was a really famous quote. It's the quote, the scene from Capaldi's episode in the graveyard where he says, "I am an idiot," and I used it. I used a clip of it in the previous episode's video. Sorry about hiccups. I ate not long before I did this video, that's why. But yeah, that's having... I don't know what I was going to say about it, but yeah. Yeah.
And what was wonderful, I remember the first meeting when we talked about the first draft, Russell was like, go further.
A hologram can hurt.
I don't know, but I think, Russell, you might have gone too far.
That old ancient general that's trapped inside him becomes like an executioner. He's going too far. The point of it is, he's been frozen. He's going very close to
I forgot about the frozen thing as well. Yeah.
Death. And that would have been like an eternal death frozen. He could have regenerated 100 times out there in space. He would just died in the end. So it's very close to death.
Actually, that's a point. It never occurred to me that if he was on the brink of dying, we don't see him start to regenerate or anything. Which is surprising that we...
has visions of his granddaughter.
Yeah. So, wait, is this the explanation they've got? Okay. Because he's on the brink, that's why he sees her. Which I assume so in the episode, until they do what they do.
He just died in the end. So it's very close to death. He has visions of his granddaughter.
Go back. Grandfather.
It's bittersweet.
Go back.
So he comes back to life with a real vengeance, which is very undoctor-like. See?
Yeah. I've been waiting for this episode's behind the scenes to try and help it to understand my thoughts towards the episode, because I had a lot of strong feelings towards it when I was watching it. And apparently I did say quite a lot of noticeably not just correct things, but I pinpointed things quite well with certain characters and tropes and things that were going on in there.
He comes to face with his own mortality, which does a funny thing to him, sends him to a really dark place, and that compassion that he has for...
I get that people, can be triggered by certain things.
All lives is not there when he meets Kid.
And it's kind of one of those moments where the Doctor needs the companion, he needs Belinda, to walk through that door, to normalise. To
ground him, that's what I said. I think I did anyway. That's what I was thinking. To keep him more of a sane man.
To bring him back, to get that balance back. But as the Doctor says, that chip of ice is still in his heart, and I like that. It just gives you a Doctor that's capable of anything.
I do like that because of the whole war thing as well. Because he's gone through the Time War and that. And I know at one point he didn't want to talk about it, and he was very solemn towards it. And then at other points he was very angry towards it with different incarnations. And so maybe that's part of what's putting him through this. Like you said, with the ice still in his heart.
Believe me, that ice that you put in my heart, I think it's still there. I think it'll be there forever now. So you take care.
I don't know. I feel like someone's probably going to change that at some point in the future. And again, I don't know what's happening with the end of this. With the end of Doctor Who currently at the moment. Where's it going? What's going to happen?
I saw you cross the
Song.
So I realised I was playing too much of that then. I was literally watching the song. So the thing with these behind the scenes is they show full, massive clips of it, which will get copyright claimed.
She was so committed and had so much fun doing it.
Maybe we can feast.
And she was...
Wait, is she the singer that did... She is, I think, because it's the same... Sounds like the same voice. She did the Goblin, what?
When we heard her sing the Goblin song, and she was so
I didn't know that.
committed and had so much fun doing it.
Maybe we can feast.
Yeah, she was brilliant at that. Christina Rotondo.
We can die in 3 days at least.
Yeah, I listened to this quite a lot. Not now, but I did listen to it quite a fair few times.
Russ was like, we need to use her again. So when Liz Lizardine came into existence, it was a very, very easy decision for us.
Liz Lizardine, is that her name?
Actually get her on screen this time.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you so much.
No, it's so
You're having fun.
Yeah, she's a fairly big character in this episode as well. Because is she the... Sorry, I haven't not edited yet, I can't remember, but... Is she the one they tried to blow up? Did they detonate on her song? I think. Or is that the other lady? The person that's alongside Rylan?
We're looking after you well.
Yeah, song's fabulous as well.
Is she in the show
A big
now?
moment.
And you can be in the show again because...
Yeah.
Yeah, no one knows what you look like.
I wouldn't
no one
know
knows
you.
me.
I could walk
Yeah.
past you outside now. What a laugh. And you've got to keep it...
Yeah, you could do a cameo every now and then. Keep appearing as different people, like Mrs. Flood.
Because rages now.
I know.
Oh my God. You can,
What was that?
And you can be in the show again because...
Yeah.
Well,
no one
know
knows
you.
me.
I could walk past you
Exactly.
outside now.
Do you know, I kind of half expected them to have blurred his name badge there. How strange is that, seeing his name badge? That doesn't even look like him, does it?
Yeah.
What a laugh. And you've got to keep it secret for ages now.
I know.
Oh my God. You're getting
The way he said that, and you got to keep it a secret for ages now. As if to go, God, you got to keep it a secret now. You're not going to let it slip, are you? There's slight passive aggressiveness in there. It's not, obviously, but it feels like it. Watch.
walk past you outside now.
It's when he says
What
it.
a laugh. And you've got to keep it secret for ages now.
I know.
Oh my God.
That bit there. Oh.
You're getting the full Doctor Who treatment, aren't you?
I was like, on day one, just throw me straight in. I was like, whatever you want to do,
Oh, she seems so lovely.
Come
just
on.
do it.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I feel like I've seen it before somewhere, like the eyes and the face. I feel like I've seen her.
Love you, but my heart says no.
So glad we get to see her though. Now I know that she's the Goblin Lady.
Beats the rhythm, won't go slow.
It's definitely been one of the best experiences I've ever had in my...
I was going to say there, she's also, obviously it was a pre-record, but she was slightly off at the end of that performance. Well, she already brings the mic down before she finishes singing.
It's definitely been one of the
It was probably just the random take, but still.
best experiences I've ever had in my...
Her eyes. I never noticed her lizard eyes.
my career, doing something like this is completely unique to the kind of work that I do. And so...
Oh, that's what she looks like. Okay, no, I've not seen it before. Whoa.
Being able to...
Well, now we know what she looks like for other episodes, so...
experience that was probably
I'm going to forget, though, I know.
like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, really.
Battle begins.
So are we gonna hear... By the way, fantastic work from the singer. But are we gonna hear about Mrs. Flood now?
Play the role. Let battle begin.
Because I loved Mrs. Flood, the character that Anita Dobson put into it, like the full quirky weirdness with having her crop up every now and then, and her be so odd and fourth wall breaking, and yeah. But then what's her name? Who does the next part? Oh, she's so good. I was just in love with everything she put to the character. Yeah, her.
We've bi-generated. Evidently. I play the
Archie Punjabi, that's it.
role of the Rani, and my name is Archie Punjabi.
Oh, she's so good.
Our name is the Rani, although she's become a Rani.
And I am the Rani.
I'm the Rani.
Brilliant. So good.
The definite article, so to speak. Bi-generation is a very bizarre thing, but it was quite a fun experience.
Look at the cross and then...
I think I said some things. Like, I can't remember what I said specifically about her now, but she's she's a good character.
And you pull and out and take your eyeline there. And action.
Oh, this is how they do the bi-generation stuff.
Sorry.
It's a really complicated...
Oh, wait, there. On the left screen. Remember I said about the preview and program monitor? Here we see Mrs. Flood. Or, sorry, we see Anita Dobson half faded out, like she's at half capacity. Just there. See it? That's how they line her up.
Really?
See? Just there.
A complicated effect to have someone move out of somebody else. But thankfully, we just had to look at...
That must be how they did also Shooty and Tennant.
The special.
Yeah, there you go. Funnily enough, yeah.
Where Shooty bi-generated out of David Tennant. We're able to kind of stand on the shoulders of the...
Yeah, and they were able to get to perfect it with that. Because it looked great, especially I didn't completely forgot there was a camera move involved in that as well. So they probably had a robotic camera move do the to match the motion perfectly, to have it go up over the head and do the move.
People have done it before. We were even able to use the steel hip support that the actor gets strapped into.
That makes so much more sense, to keep them in one place. Yeah, to keep their body in one place whilst they do it. Because I was going to say, just them standing there and have the other person standing there is fine. That wouldn't matter. They're on a green screen. If they move a bit, you can just readjust it manually in the edit. But yeah, if you see a lot more of their body and you need them to be very rigid in line, then yeah, I suppose they would need to be strapped in.
So they lean, but in a way that...
but keeps the middle in the same place.
Preserves their lower body position. So it's really important for bi-generation that you don't...
Yes, I suppose if you were really doing a bi-generation or something, you would be pulled from that point on your body, wouldn't you? Your whole body wouldn't do that. You would be pulled by a certain point, like keeping yourself rigid and just moving your top half.
Diverge too much from the sort of hero hip point. And so we used the same rig that Shooty and David had used.
But to be fair, with the close-up that they did, you would not have been able to tell. Which you could not tell.
Oh, must we? How inelegant.
Wait, that's how they filmed it? And then they shot over the shoulders of one another to get both of them next to each other.
I'm so sorry, man. It was amazing because having seen the one with David,
And then probably squish them together a little bit more in the shot in the final edit.
and Shooty, you think, wow, I'm actually going to do that. Of course, it's incredibly technical once you get there. And
It's funny, in real life, she's such a sweetheart. She's so lovely.
you're kind of moving a little bit here, a little bit there.
We've got markers down for you.
Plays such an evil character on screen, though.
Let's start at Archie's end, and it's the must we how inelegant. So
That's how they do it.
what we're going to do after action is the hand up like that.
I have to admit that I think I said this in the episode. I wasn't a fan of the way they did the regeneration. I felt like it was too convoluted, too technical. Not technical, but too, I suppose, maybe stage acted. They're great as actors, but I felt like the way they did like the drawing of the arm out and they kind of hammed it up a bit too much. I did feel like after this point in time, though, like for the finale and that, they did not do a very good job. Not these two. I mean, the show in general. I would say it's the writing itself, but it's not just the writing, it's the direction. I do believe, having now seen, so I've skimmed through my reaction and like been putting together the edit for the finale, but not the full edit. It's just like lining up the shots, making sure the footage is together as it should be. And having seen some of the shots, I now think, and I thought it at the time, but I never really said it, but I do feel like, and I'm going to have to say it when I get to that video as well, but I do feel like the ship shots, the interior of the ship, where we see all these like big white walls and the Rani Palace type place, it's very bright and overly lit. I feel like they need to go back to what they did with the more mysterious looking sets, the darker sets they did through. They did it with Tenet. They did very dark, grungy, messy, dirty looking sets through that time. But then they also did it, and I suppose in this one, aren't they very newly made within the skeletons of those big creature type things? So I suppose that kind of makes sense. But I feel like almost it should have been the styling of, do you remember, was it the Sycorax? Who were the people that came to them on Christmas Invasion, in the Christmas Invasion? You know, the one that he goes, I don't know, when Tenet does that, because the other thing says to him, yes, I'm sure it's Sycorax, as he goes, Sycorax, sick. And he says, if I might interrupt, something along the lines of that. And that's the one where David Tennant does the great big threatening button. A great big threatening button that should not be pressed under any circumstances. He does that whole thing. And it's one of my favourite episodes because I did I was going to say a thesis. No, it's not a thesis. I did an essay on, not an essay, sorry, a presentation on Doctor Who. I know. Back in college, I did a presentation on Doctor Who, and I dressed up as the 10th Doctor, and I had the pinstripe suit. It's funny enough, the exact same pinstripe suit that I wear now in videos. That black jacket that's slightly pinstriped, it's that one. But I used to have a thicker pinstriped that I don't own anymore, but I didn't use that because that was too baggy on me at the time. Anyway, I wore that. I used to own a sonic screwdriver. I had a Tennant sonic screwdriver, a 10th Doctor one. That broke ages ago, and then I must have chucked it in a move or something. But I really want to get another one. Potentially a 12th Doctor one, though. Yeah, but I don't know. Especially to go alongside the TARDIS. So, I don't know. But yeah, I did that. And my main episode that I used clips of, and it's so funny how I got the clips of that episode of the Christmas Invasion, because back then I was so technically inept when it came to like screen recording something, because this is way back when Doctor Who first came back, when the Christmas Invasion aired. It was around then. And so I didn't really know how to do many of the, like I knew how to do in-camera techniques. I used to play around with the camera all the time. I used to know how to edit, but never really how to film things that right way of like getting a clip of something, because this was back before properly being able to do that sort of thing with YouTube and that, because YouTube was only in its early years at that point. So what I did is I filmed the TV of clips of the Christmas Invasion, and then I believe I piped in the audio through an aux cable into the camcorder, I think, and then took that off the camcorder into my editing software, and was then able to get dodgily filmed clips but perfect audio. Yeah, and it was of Christmas Invasion. But that aside, the reason I'm saying about that is because of how that ship looked. I think, well, maybe this section should have been, I'll have to re-mention it in the next video, but how that ship looked, I think, would have looked better on the Sycorax ship. That lighting would have been great for sort of this lighting that's in this shot here, but would have looked great for the Rani headquarters place. Yeah, or at least something darker. Well, so we've seen other Doctors have darker lair things that they've been in, like Matt Smith's Doctor and Capaldi's Doctor have had similar sorts of things they've gone to. Yeah. Anyway, back to the video.
You notice her, muscly, how inelegant, and then roll your shoulder out as if you're about to pop.
So it gives the illusion that we're joint at the hip, and within a couple of seconds we...
Yeah.
I've let you down. From the minute she walked onto the set, I fell in love with her, really. And I have such... If it doesn't work, then you feel...
Sorry, I want to hear what she fully says about her. Because, yeah, she just has a presence about her.
Well, everybody was saying this is going to be fantastic, this double act. And you all...
I also have never noticed that her colour reminds me of pages of a book. A double collar. Yeah, I never noticed the double collar.
always think, don't say that, because if it doesn't work, then you feel so upset and disappointed and we'll have let you down.
That did not happen.
The minute she walked onto the set, I fell in love with her, really. And I have such respect and admiration.
See? There's something that she just put. Archie Punjabi really did bring a level of... So I've seen now clips, only very small clips, of the original Rani, who is something to behold. But I've seen clips of the original Rani, and she holds a presence very similar to her.
For her work, watching her work has been awesome. She's a real...
Oh, there you go. That's it, matched up.
True talent.
Or sort of.
And a delightful woman to be around. I'm very happy to...
Oh, look at them. They're so lovely together. I wish they'd been in it a lot more together.
Say, we have bonded literally at the hip.
Apart from, yes, I know I say that about I wish they had more. And they were in both of the next episodes, but I wish they'd had more time, better writing, better screen time.
I mean, yes, she's a time lady. Yes, she is the Rani.
Delightful
What showing them?
woman to be around. I'm very happy to say.
And Archie Punjabi as the Rani.
Really at the hip.
Yeah, I think it's just on Instagram. Because he's scrolling through pictures. Might just be his photo gallery, but I don't think it is. Mind you, it could be the photos of what they were just taking shots of.
Yes, she's a time lady. Yes, she is the Rani. And yes, she's bi-generated. Now she's Mrs. Flood and Archie Panjabi as the Rani.
What a woman.
Which actually is a very old Doctor Who villain.
Yes, it is. I do feel like they should have made that more known. I know it's for a newer audience, but for anybody new coming into it, like for me, for instance, I've not seen the Rani. I've seen clips now, obviously, but not full clips, by the way, just brief moments, just to get an idea. But I do feel like they should have played on that a bit more with people not knowing who she was. I do feel like they do explain who she is fairly well in this, in the next episodes. But
back since the show came back in 2005, she's kind of been waiting in the wings, and the time has come, really.
As for the Doctor...
this scene, so good.
Oh, I will bring him absolute terror. That's what I said. Shut up.
It's that. It's a little quip back. Shut up. So good. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. But yeah, the next episodes, by the way, if you're wondering, are going to be one video. They are going to be one video. I honestly don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I might, depending on how I filmed it, because I can't remember if I just literally went straight one into the other, because if I did, how I'm going to edit it is I'm literally going to put them together, and I'm going to edit them both together as one video, because I shot them together. I recorded them one after the other, I believe, on the same day. I might have done it 2 different days but I'm fairly sure I did it the same day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to splice the edits together and then put all of my thoughts at the very end as one big overall thing. But I had really good thoughts on that first part, and so I feel like I maybe need to say my thoughts on that first before we go into the finale. And maybe I'll just make a mention at the beginning of that video to say that I'm going to be doing an all-in-one episode, and check out the end for my thoughts, like the very, very end. Anyway, this was the Interstellar Song Contest episode. I very much hope you really enjoyed this, because I did, and I was kind of gobsmacked by a lot of the stuff that the Doctor did. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed watching the entire video, whether it's just been the reaction, but obviously you're here now, so I take it you've seen the behind the scenes now. But I really hope you've enjoyed all that as well. And apologies that I've probably got a lot of thoughts on this stuff today. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you very much enjoyed my reaction to the Interstellar Song Contest. But yes, that is all for today. Don't forget, if you want to see the full uncut reaction to this, you can see it either as a live stream, because I did watch these as a live stream originally, or you can check it out as an uncut reaction over on Patreon or as a YouTube member as well. But that's all for today. Thanks so much. Please feel free to join me for the next 2 episodes. I'm hoping to be able to do that as one big episode, so feel free to join me for that. And I cannot wait to bring those to you. I have major thoughts on them. Just wait for that one, okay? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and hopefully I get to see you guys next time in time and space in our TARDIS. Bye-bye.
Do not forget to click below to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
If you're still here to the very end, then thank you so much, and also a huge thank you to my wonderful patrons: Roger C. Griffith, Douglas Collier, Terry V, Miggy Love, Chris Holmes, Jojo, Thomas Masters, Shoehorn1234, Res, Patrick Durr, Andrew Blount, Carlos, Marla Mize, Rob, Chandra Blair, Scott, Paul Zawicki, Randy, Kirsten, Juan Pablo Camero, JL, Maggie, Freya Alexandra, Milo, Miranda, Edna, Gina Aman, Tess Avaland, Olivia, Maria Stoicheva, Neno, Megan Janoviak, Rainy Tomo, Strawberry Tree, Kirsten Bailey, Boobly Boo, Louise Vanderhoven, Aubrey Terry, Wraithist, Heidi Steele, City D, Bumblebee, Joshua, Jesse, Rena Burrow, Meet, Lolita Verbakovskia, Eli, Holly Jeffries, Alenka Hafner, HM Garth, Chloe Grover, Neb, Kyle Baker, Abby Barker, Tom Tattershaw, Kristen Olds, Tilly Chum, Laura Hutchison, Tara M. Wilcoxon, Sazzy Nation, Ferdinand Pitchard, Jumma K, Sphere, Mel Days, Fran in the Pen, BG, Tara, Rags and Muffins, Nameless Human Being, Deb, Philippa Chapman, Emily, Panda, David Wayne Fox, Jessica Asakovich, Supro, Naja and Workshop, Mike Tunnicliffe, Wolfgang Wolf, Lee, Harvey, Ankame, Aninya, Evan G, Violet Aurora, Pamela Chandler Rash, Scott Howard, Joshua, Robert Williams, Steve Webster, Amanda, Lipaz, Jamie Dodds, King, Happy Go Lucky, Caitlin, Analytical Guy, Maria Torres, Cliff Adams, Jonathan, Dirk, Annie Bonds, Crystal Appleby, Scorpius, Monica Murphy, Sebastian St-Ange, Varga, Leslie McKittrick, Nick Stark, Number 1 Carez, Jen, Biff McKeldin, Birgit, Stephanie Collins, Emily, Ken Duncan, Max, Helena Klitsch, Amy Quattlebar, Ry Levi, Wayne DeFries, JJ, Mikhail Augustine Reed, Malcolm Hope, Lee Hallam, Bill Waite, Charlie Elkin, Mika Least, Jeffrey Welton, Aleidoscope, George, Ingrid, Stephanie Sexton, Jude, Bera, Rubinio GD, Catherine Ellis, Vincent Pare, Sammy Fan, Eric Jansen, David K, Stephen, Edcat, MB8, Border Collie Lover 223, Caitlin, Juiced, The Gallifreyan Rebel, James, Johnny115, Tim, Paul Hess, Frank Tex, Marie Clark, Robin, Matt Quinn, Offer Rock, Bruce Heckerman, Joe, Victoria Helm, James Melton, Beatrice Soiler, Siegfried, Clara Grow-Louis, Lana Gorgeous, David Stafford, Rebecca K. McDowell, Ashley Stanley, Sophia, Fabian, Paul Byrne, Bear, Nadia, and Chris Thompson. If you'd like to see more videos, there's some more on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you next time.